Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge to get honest with himself and his favored bones. In this case we're specifically talking about Brooke and Taylor. Ridge has clunk-ponged back and forth between these two gorgeous, low-tone regard women for decades. It's time for him to make a choice and stick to it. Decision time is then, and we suppose we know who he picks, do you? Keep reading to find out. Taylor pushes Ridge into a corner by proposing to him. Is that a trace of despair in the air? Like Ridge and Brooke, Ridge and Taylor have been on the marriage merry-go-round. And each time that Ridge swears he's committed to his woman, he strays with option B. How does Ridge respond to being given an claim? First out, he has to be careful since Taylor is a heart case with a history of trouble. If he says no, he has to let her down gently, or differently broken heart pattern rears its unattractive head again. Ridge may play it coy and say he doesn't see a need to put a ring on it, effects are fine just the way they are. In this case, giving Taylor time to plan an opulent marriage while he cozies up to Brooke. Ridge just flat out say no. Grounded on the show's daily exercise videotape, the look on his face after being asked to be a bachelor isn't one of elatedness. Ridge will tell Brooke each about it. But not before Snoopy Nick tells Brooke first after seeing Tridge at Il Giardino. Brooke also confronts Ridge and phenomenon of cautions, he tells the verity. Ridge will confess that Taylor's broken heart pattern is the only reason he stayed with her. It's not easy knowing that someone could ship over any nanosecond grounded on a simple yeah or no answer. Ridge and Taylor bifurcation is brewing. We know that once they're in Italy, Ridge find each other infectious. Which is to say that Taylor herself will end effects if she feels Ridge isn't really into her. Ridge and Taylor's love story is about to get a modification, folks. Stick with us in the coming days for all the details. Taylor's heart condition miraculously went down when she and Ridge got back together. We know we heard another glance about Taylor's broken heart pattern or passages to the sanitarium again. But, all that's about to change. Taylor could be faking her symptoms or being overdramatic to get her hubby back. We know we really got any clear answers because Ridge broke up and Taylor miraculously healed. Taylor will be devastated when she realizes that Ridge Forrester is still easily in love with Brooke Logan and not happy about Nick's return. The last thing Taylor wants to see is her man fight with his family over another woman. However, now would presumably be a great time for her to fake a flare-up, if Steffi Mama was faking her heart problems. Still, also Ridge's covetousness over Brooke and Nick could beget her to relapse and end up back in the sanitarium, if her heart problems were real. Brooke has been soliciting Ridge to leave Taylor and get back together with her for months. Ridge is presumably too late now, and we know Jack Wagner is sticking around as Nick. Still, she'll most probably remind him that he missed his occasion, if Ridge tries to make a move on Brooke now. Steffi can see the jotting on the wall and formally advised her father that he was going to hurt Taylor if he started acting jealous of Brooke and Nick. What if there's further to his reunion with Brooke? Nick and Brooke are moving full broom ahead with their reunion and Ridge will lose his marbles. However, also it's working, if Brooke's plan was to make Ridge jealous by hooking up with his half-family. Ridge wouldn't be suitable to hide the fact that he's worried Brooke is eventually moving on, despite the fact that he's living with his other ex-wife Taylor. Indeed, Steffi can tell that Ridge is twisting over Nick and Brooke. It wouldn't be long before Taylor and Ridge resolve over Brooke Logan. Brooke has been soliciting Ridge to take her back for months and he gave her the cold shoulder. Is Brooke getting creative and using Ridge's family to make him jealous and win him back? Nick seems authentically interested in getting back together with Brooke, but there's a good chance she's just using him to steal Ridge back from Taylor. Nick has plenitude of other spouses in Los Angeles he can hook up with if effects do'nt dis. Out with Brooke. Scuttlebutt has it Brooke's family Katie might have her eye on the captain. She was also married to the character for a brief time when Jack Wagner was a series regular. Sitting with Ridge at Il Giardino, Taylor pulls out a diamond ring and holds it up before her. I want you to be my hubby, she smiles. Tell me you want that, too. Ever since feeling betrayed by Brooke, Ridge turned back to Taylor, and they've been veritably happy together. But when Taylor pops the question, Ridge puts his hand to his face and strokes his chin in study. Easily, with Nick back in city and pursuing Brooke, Taylor is feeling a little concerned that Ridge will get jealous and his attention will swing back around to concentrate on the golden formerly more. Given how happy Ridge has been with the way effects have been between them recently, is he really ready to make this kind of commitment to Taylor? Since the offer was in a public place, there was followership, and word has begun to spread. At Forrester office, Nick pays a visit to Brooke to modernize her on the rearmost gossip. Taylor pulled out a ring, he reports. She proposed to him. Curious, Brooke presses, what did he say? That's the million bone question right there, isn't it? When Will swings by her apartment to see her, Luna is naturally surprised, given how he's made it clear he wants nothing to do with her. You broke up with Electra? She asks, confused but hopeful. Moving in close, Will declares, she just doesn't excite me. Now completely intrigued, Luna asks, you like Peril? As she nuzzles his neck, we hear Will say, wouldn't be then if I didn't. The two of them also come together for a passionate kiss. Is this a fantasy encounter that's all in Luna's unstable mind? Or is Will playing some kind of dangerous game to find out what Luna is really over to? Although a DNA test indicated Nick to be the child's father, a posterior one proved Ridge, who wasn't dead after all, was RJ's real father. Brooke nearly married Nick, but Ridge stopped the form. Nick compactly gallanted Felicia Forrester before striking up a relationship with Bridget Forrester, and they ultimately tied the knot. Bridget was pleased to learn she was pregnant but worried to find out Nick had been having an affair with her mama, Brooke. After their baby was stillborn, Nick and Bridget resolve up. Nick also decided to get Brooke back and intruded her marriage to Ridge to steal her down. He eventually married Brooke, but Ridge only increased his attempts to win her back. Still, it was Nick's contentious station towards the entire Forrester family that eventually caused Brooke to disjoin him. As the Marone and Forrester contest continued to consolidate, Nick began seeing Taylor Hayes professionally, which soon turned into a love, and they got hitched. The couple wanted to have a baby, but Taylor learned her eggs weren't feasible and they needed a patron. Unfortunately, after the birth of their son, Jack, it was revealed that the eggs had been bestowed by Brooke. Participating a child with Brooke caused Taylor to begin drinking heavily and end her marriage to Nick. He also revivified affects with Bridget, and they married. But he cheated on her with Katie Logan, who believed she was dying. After decoupling and also coming back together again, Nick and Bridget decided to have a baby via surrogacy, but their surrogate, advanced passions for Nick and, during an argument with Bridget, fell down the stairs and lost their baby. After Bridget got pregnant from a one-night stage with Owen Knight, Nick disassociated her and compactly flirted with Aggie. He broke it off when he was diagnosed with cancer, but after his recovery, helped Ridge find Brooke and Thomas when their airplane went down. He also rebuffed Pam Douglas' advances, but Jackie prompted him to use her to steal Forrester designs to help Jackie M. Nick also fell for Donna, but after the theft of the designs was exposed, he beat a hasty retreat. It was latterly mentioned he sailed down on his boat, the Shady Marlin too, presumably with his son, Jack. Ridge, Steffi, and Taylor are continuing their converse at Forrester Creations. Ridge is glad Finn continues to steer clear of Luna. They all worry this type of rejection will shoot her back over the edge. Finn tells Luna it's insolvable for them to have a relationship because she tried to kill his woman. Luna thinks he wants the time they lost back as father and son. Finn counters saying he only wants the time back he lost when she locked his woman in a birdcage. For that and other crimes, he believes she should be locked. He believes Luna should simply be thankful for her freedom. Luna promises to take the occasion to prove herself to him. Finn says she should make good for herself because, from this moment forward, they're done.